At his own expense.
In comes Wiley Sly and Calamity. Congratulations on your win, guys. Very well done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I think your volume's pretty good, but I'm just going to make you nice and loud anyway so everyone can hear you on the stream. And you pretty pleased with that?
Yeah, it was a little bit closer than we would have liked. We 11-5 in the first time we played them, so we're kind of hoping to gonna make some improvements, but we'll take what we can get.
Yeah, a win's a win at this stage. You guys still looking pretty good in the league overall as a result of that, so you can't be too disappointed. Perhaps gave away a few too many rounds on Mountain Fortress, more than you were hoping to. Can you explain what happened there?
There's a lot of things happening. Obviously, we're still adjusting to the map and the ping and all that, but honestly, they had a good game. We had a few DCs, but our strategy in general and the close play, we definitely need to tighten it up a little bit. Some of our cohesion and teamwork is definitely something to be desired on the closed maps with this ping. But it's all something that we're getting used to, and we're working at it.
That's good. Yeah, but I mean, either way, you still got the win. And Vecchi, a really tough team as well. We heard from Knights of Malta that apparently Vecchi really just beat them up in a training match this week as well. So Vecchi playing really well. Probably played better than the last time you played them, and like you said, still got that win. On to the open map then. That was pretty crazy, right? Like, lots of cav. I mean, I guess you guys are a bit more used to that in America, but we're not used to seeing that.
Lots of cav from WK, not so much from Vecce on the first
Well,
two rounds.
not from the first two rounds.
Zero cav on the second round.
Yeah, tell us what you think
Does
of
that
that.
take you by surprise?
Tell us what you think of Vecchi on that map. Just give us some thoughts there.
I mean, in my opinion, running no cab on Field by the River is kind of a, well, at least in terms of the strategies we use, that's a pretty risky proposition. Because obviously, I mean, you saw, we're spreading lag down the wall. Archers pretty much have free reign of the map to just, go wherever they want, get the cross shots, and I mean, I think without at least a couple cab, you kind of lose the ability to influence map control.
Okay. Yeah, no, I completely agree. And taking no cav just on the stream before the round even played out, we were just like, this is madness. This cannot happen.
Captain Lost does have he's got a bone to pick with you though, because you didn't have that cav on the flag straight away.
Yes, there was one round. I don't know. It was like you guys kind of. I think it was the first round. Was it? It was the first round of like Field by the River, and you guys
One
kind
of the
of
rounds.
you got like a kill, and then you all kind of ran away to sit on the flag behind the ruins. I was just like, well, that could have worked, but it would have been better if you had like a cav there already, which could have just dismounted and raised the flag from the 2-minute point. I don't know, whatever. It was a bit
Yeah.
nitpicky, but you still won the round.
We kind
so.
of played some of those flags a little tight, I would say.
Yeah.
There were a couple
Oh,
of
Oh
yeah.
god, yeah.
hope this guy doesn't dismount and run over here fast enough. 'Cause
Yeah, we saw you all like.
he might claim it. So
It was a sick block on that guy. Like you were just like in like a three of you in a line, just blocked him from getting to the flag in that round. It was sick to watch. But
he
yeah,
was screaming at us to zerg him. So
yeah, it was cool. Obviously, like it's an advantage because some of these Division C teams don't have a very good grasp of like the flag mechanics themselves, and often makes like some pretty bad decisions around them. So having like the right decisiveness there has obviously played for an advantage for you guys. But when Vecchi took that, I think they started with 6 cav. Eventually, obviously moved up to 8. What did you think when they switched that up? Were you just thinking like, I don't know, what did you think?
I was thinking, let's go. This is going to be fun. I knew that we would have a better advantage on the open map. I mean, we have to adjust to the ping and all that stuff, but they were playing good. And when I saw that they mirrored our loadout, because you saw in the earlier sets, they did the 6-2.
Yeah.
So it was pretty similar loadouts, and we just wanted to make sure that we were capitalizing on the flag when it happened and getting the early kills. There's a few times where we killed someone early, and it really helped us.
And you guys got to be feeling a lot more comfortable on that than they are. I mean, they kind of just did this on the fly because it was going wrong. Whereas, I mean, you've been born into playing mass cav on open maps. Like that's like how you roll.
right, I mean, in terms of when they switched to 6 cav and 2 archers, or even when they went all cav, I mean, for them, it's like, okay, guys, let's try this out. It's probably a little bit of a, risky kind of desperation strat. For us, we run that strat all the time, right? So we're
Yeah,
pretty
exactly.
comfortable that our cav can beat theirs.
It really showed off as well. Like lots of nice teamwork and stuff. Played really
Mr.
well.
Great Lances.
Yeah, great lances get things out.
Did you say something, Black Tide?
Sorry.
Great
Yeah, it
banter.
was a lot of fun. I mean, they played a great job.
Yeah, Vecchi obviously they pushed you. Any other thoughts on the match overall? Like things that you thought that perhaps could have gone a bit better, or maybe points that you were impressed with from Vecchi, or things you were pleased with
Honestly,
even positive points.
I was I was surprised by some of their crossbow on Mountain Fortress. I got tagged by a shot that was amazing, and I'm like, holy crow, that was great. So I mean, yeah, either they stepped up their game with the archery, or I was out of place. I need to watch the stream to confirm that, but it was definitely the range game was better on their part.
Russian sick archers, dude, definitely. Anything positive though? You thought you did really well, and you're like pleased with how it went.
I mean, obviously we got a lot of work to do with those maps. That's kind of been our struggle throughout this whole season. So,
yeah.
Part of it's ping, and part of it's just a different play style, right? There's a lot of spreading going on, a lot of really heavily mixed loadouts.
Yeah.
At least most of the division teams we've played on those maps have been pretty interested in just kind of kiting or, other than like the Slavs, right? But most of the time it's just kind of a spread strat.
Yeah, the Slavs are different.
We need to adjust to that a little bit better.
Alright, that's a fair point. Talk about the league as a whole then. This win puts you in really good standing for like promotion spots at least right now. You're going to be playing against probably I don't know how it's going to play out, like, because your round difference is like decent now. Is it better than Acer? I'm going to get the league up because I'm not really sure. I'm going to have a look at this. So yeah, your round difference is going to be, it's not as good as Acer's though. So is there a chance that if the game between Acer and Malta is close, that they'll play each other twice in the last 2 weeks?
I think it's against the rules. You can't play each other twice.
But
That's why we couldn't play
I've
Malta
got a
this
feeling
week.
that in the last week that you can do it. I think that might be a rule.
Oh.
I'm not sure. We'll have to see how that plays out though. But obviously you guys are going to want to try and face Malta ideally, so you can take them down. Like,
Super match of Division C, right?
yeah, exactly. And you guys are going to want to try and like challenge that top spot. That's what you're going for, I assume.
I mean, we've learned a lot from that match, and we watched the stream, and we know what we're doing wrong. So hopefully we get that rematch.
You think you beat them in the rematch?
Yeah, I mean, it just you were watching the stream, right, Les? I mean, in terms of how we played against Malta, it was just really terrible.
There was a
We
lot
came in really flat, and we came in, a lot of horse blocking, a lot of kind of silly calls on my part. I mean, just not the play we're looking for all around. So I expect that we'll play much better in the second showing if we get a chance.
Yeah, a lot of room for improvement then. Definitely could be a very interesting match if it was a rematch. Obviously, it's great always to see rematches. I really think they had a lot of like storyline and stuff. Like this game, obviously being a rematch as well, it was cool to watch and see how the different teams had progressed. I feel like it was harder for Vecce as well, playing on like two relatively open maps. Like it's quite an open close map as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to take away from your victory, obviously. Like it was very well done, but like that must have been quite nice for you as well.
Can I ask you a question, Lost?
Go ahead.
Are you ever going to bet against us again?
Yeah, maybe. I bet all draws this week. It's nothing personal. Don't take offense.
Completely indiscriminate.
I've just gone in for the draws. I've split my money evenly between all the games except for Corvus Inquisition, because that's a hilarious troll bet made by Serkan, and put it all on draws. If I get one of them, I'll be doing like better than a lot of people.
We made some people rich, Lust.
If I bet you, I better get any money anyway.
Right. I noticed Shema switched his bet too, so he's hopped back on the WK gravy train.
Oh,
I
really?
thought you were going to win all
us.
along.
There was a bit of hype around Vecchi before this match though. No, it was all off. They could still get a promotion spot though. They're still looking in pretty good standing. I don't know if you guys have secured it. I don't think you've secured it yet, but you again looking pretty good to get that promotion spot, at least up to Division B.
Probably going to get it.
I think I'm looking at the rules right now. I can't see anything about teams being able to play each other twice in the last couple of weeks. So as far as I know, yeah, you will be playing against probably the winner of that game. Then is the most likely situation. That suit you playing Acer or Nice Malta?
It'd be nice to have either one. We haven't faced Acer yet, and it would be great to have a rematch against Malta.
Think AC would be a tough match?
I haven't studied too much about them, but I mean, seem to be pretty competent. So, I mean, I hope that it's a good match.
Fair play, and that brings your round difference up a little bit as well. But there's a good chance that say if Malta win, and then you beat Malta next week, they'll still be ahead of you on round difference. There's a good chance that could happen. So, like, you might have to beat them by a lot even to make up the first place. So, a bit of a challenge there, I think.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like challenge accepted for you guys.
I mean, that would be unfortunate, right? We beat them and then we still lost the round difference. But
is that something you'd be like focused on, like getting that top spot, like, or are you just focused on winning every match?
Win.
You really want to win the division?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
gotta have that ambition.
Even though we started off signing up for this tourney as kind of like a, all right, have fun, see what happens. But I mean, just like any tournament we've joined, we join to win, right?
Yeah.
Even though the odds aren't necessarily in our favor.
Well, it's really impressive.
We're
I think
never happy with a loss.
what you guys have done has been really impressive with the high ping and stuff. You getting used to it? Are you learning to love it in a way, the high ping? Something about it, or you just hate it every time you get killed by a spam or whatever?
I'll take this first, and Wiley can follow up. Personally, I don't like the high ping. I went from 11 to 33 because I switched ISPs, and now I'm at 125. And I know
dear.
Wiley, and like, did you see Boogie? He's at like 206. I mean, you can blame ping for certain things, but honestly, cohesion matters too. I mean, there's times where ping exposes your lack of skill or your lack of teamwork, and I can appreciate that because it shows you that you need to work on certain things.
Alright, that's cool.
Yeah, and the ping has been obviously a major factor. I'm enjoying this tournament a lot. I mean, I don't know if Soda's mentioned it over at like the European pubs, but we've been trying to carry over some of the rules into the next UNAC tourney, so
That's
I've had a
cool.
lot of fun with this tournament. I think most of our guys have. Obviously, the ping is kind of a hassle, but even that 150, as long as it's stable, you can get used to anything, right?
Yeah.
So we might actually see a decent American tournament coming up soon.
That's not quite maybe, but baby steps.
Wishful thinking.
So yeah, I saw you talking about bringing the ladder format. Is that going to happen in UNAC?
No, there's no
we-
ladder format.
Yeah.
That's a shame because I think that's kind of would be the best thing for it.
You know what we're taking is actually the predetermined maps, the fixtures.
Oh really? That's interesting.
Yeah, we're not taking the factions. There's still duels and all that, which
pretty
I
cool.
find to be a bit strange. I know me and Wiley really advocates for the Swiss system because it works pretty well. Unfortunately, I think baby steps is needed with the community at this point.
That's
Can't
fine.
really shock them into doing everything at once.
I've tried. It didn't work. I've been there. I've had big long debates with Raid, but
No, and I mean, it's, after having played in these WNL matches, I mean, they've obviously ended up in some pretty close contests, and we fought teams that are relatively the same skill level. It's just worked out to better matches, and any part of that we can carry over to, our scene in North America is great, because,
Find,
16-0 face rolling people isn't really fun for anybody.
Do you find the matches to be shorter with the European rules, or?
Uh,
I've always
yeah, I
felt
mean,
that American matches can drag on quite a bit.
the one change I would make to WNL is to take the first to 4 as opposed to 4 rounds. 'Cause, I mean, the matches do last a little bit longer, but it still gives you that chance to come back and
you can still come back overall though. Like I guess.
yeah, I mean, the problem that I have with the 4-round total is that as a caller, if I lose the first round, well then I don't know if it was a fluke or if we just did something really badly. Well, if we lose the second round, now it's too late for me to win that set. The best I can do is hope to draw.
That puts like the extra pressure on you guys. It's like you got to make that call. It's like it gives them more of like a challenge. You don't have enough time to experiment and like play around and stuff. So you could see the
Yeah.
advantage of it from that side as well. I don't know. Just want to defend the European system. Go Europe! Woo!
I think there's good things for both sides. To be honest with you, Lust. I mean,
Sorry.
can make it happen. I mean, there's good things from both sides. I know that stats, for instance, and the Crowdx worked hard at that.
Yeah,
Which,
yeah, you're true. I obviously I love the American scene, and I want to say it as well as it can. It's a shame that MBTV can't cover more of it. It's just like it's so hard for me with the insane time difference out in Turkey.
It's not like you're not awake.
I would love
Come
to have
on,
less
But I
coverage
can't
from
I
our
can't stream from
matches.
home like every time because I gotta like download this stupid. Don't get me started on Turkish internet. It sucks.
You should-
But
plus, you
honestly-
should at least cover the finals so you can act.
I will
See,
try
you
to.
should
Well,
make
Woman
it
NA doing a
happen.
good job as well though. Like
Oh, they're doing great. We must have like
Well,
several
NA
coverages
has been
though.
pretty much integrated in WK, right? Boogie, Craddock.
yeah,
And
and you guys do a really good sick job of it over there as well. And you got E-Man helping out and stuff. It'd be cool to like maybe even work with you guys at production and stuff as well. Maybe like share a few tips and that kind of thing. Maybe we can sort that out
Definitely.
a little bit later. But enough. This isn't an episode of Horse and Sword. Well done on the win. Do you guys have any shout outs you want to make? Or any final thoughts on the match?
I don't like you, Black Tide, so I'm gonna shout out to you.
Very
Don't forget
bitter.
to bet on me. Don't forget to bet on me, Calamity.
Do bet on
Gonna,
him.
Oh, I-
gonna beat
I
Scotland.
love you, Black Tide. You're my favorite man.
Bet on him in that grudge match duel. It's happening. Any shout outs anymore? YSI, you got any shout outs to make?
just to Lag for doing a great job this past match. We were missing O. He was tearing it up in spec, giving us a whole lot of emotional cheerleading, but couldn't get him in this time. But we appreciate it.
Okay.
How
Thanks
about
for
Leg,
covering it.
man? Look at Leg, 160 ping, 6-0. Field by the river. Good shit, Leg.
Thanks for
I
warming
saw
that bench.
I saw a
though.
point where Lagstro got 3 consecutive kicks on one guy. He's insane.
Dude, kicking and high ping is the way forward. That's
You
how
hear that,
M.
Wiley?
That's how M won a
You hear
dual
that, Wiley?
tournament.
So I built a career.
Okay, I think that's going to be it then from us. Thanks very much for coming for the interview, guys. Thank you to Blackside for co-casting, and thanks everyone for watching as well. It's been 2 great games tonight. We got 2 great games coming tomorrow. Irish Rebels versus the Wolfpack, followed by Kuro versus Absuro. So don't miss that, guys. Definitely not. Okay, guys. Take care. Have a good night.